send the link in the other class here. How do I do that? Hello everybody. If you guys didn't watch my latest video, I posted on Friday a Halloween video. It's sculpting a witch, Irina witch. I'm not sure why YouTube did not notify all of my followers. I've got a few complaints that YouTube has not been notifying my followers. So make sure to click on the channel and go watch it because it's one of my favorite videos. There's a storytelling that my daughter narrated, and I'm really proud of it. So if you guys want to watch it, I'll be happy to see that everybody's watching. All right, so I'm just going to post the new link, the live new link here. I don't know how to find that. If you guys can help me out, let's see here, live. Okay, I can grab a link here, get a shareable link, and I can go back here. This is the new link, so people does not wait for me on the other live there. All right, there you go. Hey guys, sorry about that. I was trying to go live since 2, and it was just not working. I could see everybody, I could see the images, but it wouldn't let me talk or show anything. I don't know. It's like a bad connection, I guess. But anyway, so I posted on the group what I prepared for today's class to make the bust. Just a reminder that I've never made a bust before. That's my first one, and I'm kind of figuring out as I go. So I hope it will work. If not, you guys will learn what you don't supposed to do. So there we go. It's always learning, right? It's a happy mistake. So I don't know if you guys are following the group there, but I glued already this craft stick to the head. I made like a little bit bigger than a centimeter hole. And I glued with super glue and just stuffed some clay in there. I'm not going to glue to the wood here yet because I'm not sure about how long I want this to be. And I also am not sure if I maybe want to inclinate a little bit, or I don't know. I just put it in this one. Maybe I want a taller one at the end. So because I'm not sure, I will leave this. Also, I want to hold. So I'm going to leave this loosened for now. All right. So let's do this. Let's go back to our average position here. And I'm going to start with, this is not the same skin color, but this is like a softer clay, and I think to go around the wood is going to be easier. So I'm going to start by just adding some clay all around the wood. And I don't know if you guys saw that last class was a recorded class, so it's uploaded on the channel already. Okay, so every time that you have to put stuff around wood or wire or anything that is not clay, have to make sure to don't let air bubble in between the clay and whatever you are putting, because if there is air bubble, it will be a problem during the process because it kind of get loosened. And also it's a problem when you bake because the air tries to get out and you're gonna get moonies or cracks. So make sure that this is very well attached and no air bubbles between whatever structure you decided to use for your neck. It could be a wire, it could be whatever you have there. Like there's one of my students is using chopstick, and that's okay too. It's really just something, it's good if it's strong, so it's less chances to break easy your neck. And not too thin, but not too thick too, because you have to make a hole in the head. Hello, hello. Hello, Joaquin. I don't know if it's like a Spanish accent. And you know, you don't want to have to dig to drill a very large hole to the head. Hi. I'm sorry guys that the other live was a failure. Didn't even let me in. Okay, and I'm gonna keep on going down here. It doesn't need to be just where the neck's gonna go, because I don't want to build just the neck. I'm gonna build some chest here, and I'm not sure what else, because I want the hair, the braid, to show pretty much to the end at least, or I don't want, like, you know, a short braid and a short bust. I kind of like long, so I'm gonna keep on going lower here, covering this with clay. And for this one, you kind of want a stickier clay. You don't want a very hard clay here, otherwise it's going to be harder to stick to the wood, and chances that you get air bubbles are higher. So that's why I'm using a different clay. That clay that I use for the face, it's a very, very hard one, and dry. It is not sticky at all. Okay, so all covered. I mean, you don't want to cover the whole thing because you want to be able to put it in here and have a space there. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna make that long or if I'm going to cut this a little bit more after. So just because I'm not sure, I'm gonna let it bigger, and if I decide that I want smaller, I can just cut. But if I decide that I want longer, it's gonna be much harder than just cutting. That's why I always prefer to leave extra so I can cut after to reduce. It's easier than the other way around. All right, so now I'm going to start building his neck. So I'm gonna grab the clay, the same color that I used for his face. And let me get a bit closer to him. Here, bring him closer to me, actually. It's too far away there. All right. So now to build up the neck, we have the picture here. You can still use the same pictures that we were using. Like, you can see some neck here, you can see some neck here. So you can follow that. You see he has a little bit of skin in this picture. So it depends on the age. You're gonna have to put more or less skin and wrinkles to the neck. It depends on the age that you decide to do your sitting bull. So now I will start adding some clay to the front of the neck. And how I do that is I'm going to start adding kind of just the center here. Okay, the neck is not just a toolbar. It doesn't open up here. It's a cylinder shape, but kind of like an oval. So this is larger here than here. So I'm going to add some. And where you want the neck to start is in the half of between the chin and the jaw. So the neck to the front of the neck it goes around there, the half. And you see that I already automatically made a little curve in here. That's correct. You don't want to just go like 90 degrees angle here. You kind of want to have a little bit of a nice curve in there. And because he's older, then we can even add, I mean, mine is a little bit older, we can even add more skin in here. So I'm just gonna add right now without really giving too much of a shape, and then I'll explain better. So right now, all I want here is to connect. Hello, hello. Like this. Make sure that I blend in with the jaw, with the chin, I mean. and the jaw, both. So it's not going to be all rough here. We can also smooth that out later on. All right, something else is that the neck is never straight down like that. It's inclinated. And because I didn't want to drill a hole going in direction of his face, I had to drill a hole going straight up. So now when I add clay, I have to make sure that I will give the proper inclination to the neck with the clay, because my wooden stick is not inclinated. So what I'm going to do here is, as I go lower on the neck, I'm going to go back with this and make sure that I have less clay as I get lower here. So I get this inclinated, okay? And it doesn't need to be that long, the neck, but we're gonna add the chest later. So right now it's okay to just do the inclination just to make sure that it's enough inclinated. I can remove this excessive clay here because we're just pretty much adding the neck. And then how long you want, you can take a look at your picture here, at your sitting bull, and kind of follow. He doesn't have a long neck. He has kind of a short neck. It's not very long. So you can kind of finishing up around here. I mean, depends on the size that you're doing. Some people are not doing the same size as me, but just follow your picture for his neck size. Because when you're doing a portrait, you kind of want to follow. Some people have longer neck, some people have shorter neck, and when you're doing portrait, you kind of have to copy the length of the neck on the person that you're doing, because that's going to make a big difference. If you're making a person with a long neck and you give her a short neck, it's not going to look alike. Yes, I color this clay myself. This is I think I showed in the first classes the colors that I used, or in one of the classes I showed. All right, so I'm not going to add wrinkles or age on the neck right now. I'm pretty much going to just add a neck, and then I'll add the details later on. All right, and now I am going to add the thickness of the neck. You can also follow the same thickness that you're seeing on the picture here. Average, the neck is almost as large as the jaw, but I think because he has his face so wide, then his neck is a little bit thinner here. So follow his portrait. We have to follow his size of the neck. Doesn't matter if it's not according to the average proportion. We still follow with the picture. So you get a more awkward, my English, oh my gosh, a more similar portrait. I have to go around, and I don't know the word. I have to go around and say something that it's a synonym. And here you don't want, also you don't want this that I made here. You see that is a curve. You don't really want that. You kind of want like to go a little bit straight and then down like this. You know, it's kind of like there is a little bit of an angle here. You don't want to just curve there. And then because he's a male, there's also the Adam pom pom you can add. He wears very tight clothes here, so it's not going to show a lot of the neck, so we don't really have to worry so much about those details. But it's always good to know that this is part of it. Adam's apple. Did I say wrong? What did I say? Oh boy. I'm glad you guys already know and understand my... Did I say palm? What is it? Apple. I said Adam's palm. Okay. I just like, I have a slight memory of the word, but I'm not sure exactly what it is, so I just go close to it. It's not like we say this word every day, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna add how thick I want the neck. So I'm gonna add one side and then the other one. And always making sure I'm still with the palm in my head. So it's never larger than the jaw. It's always a little bit less than the jaw. Okay, and then you have to kind of follow his neck if you're doing it. Oh, you know what? Also, I shouldn't make him looking straight. I should probably turn his neck a little bit to the side. Right, disalign the neck and make him look on his shoulder, because otherwise it looks too bad. So how do you do that? Like if you glue the head already, like I did, then you can't really turn the head, so but you can turn the bottom of the neck, right? Let me get a little bit further. So if I want him to be looking on the side, I want the center of the neck to be disaligned like that. So I'm gonna bring this here instead. And still get the inclination. So this is going to be how my neck is going to be, like he's gonna be looking a little bit towards the side. Okay. Oh guys, I'm not being able to read all the comments, sorry. I missed a few, I was looking to my neck. It's kind of hard to read and teach at the same time. So it's easier if you maybe didn't glue your head, then you can just twist. Hello, India. Hello, Saudi Arabia. Oh my gosh, oh, Logan. Are you gonna stop saying that if I say your name? Pay attention to the class. What type of student are you? All right. Thank you. I know India does, and I love India. Actually, we've been watching the same movie, Indian movie, over and over again. My girls are addicted to it, and if you didn't watch this movie, you have to watch it. The name in Hindu is Teresa Min Par. I'm not sure how to say it, but in English is Like Stars on Earth, and it's just one of the best movies I've ever watched in my life. You guys have to watch it. Okay, so I gave the thickness on this side. I'm gonna keep this line here. And because I twisted the neck, I will add some more here because it didn't twist it very well. I just decided that it would be easier in class for me if I had the head glued, so it wouldn't be loosened and following from my wood. And we can always twist the neck in different ways to Teresa Min Par. Yes, amazing movie, amazing, amazing, amazing. My daughters already watched at least 3 times. No, PV is not. PV is Brazilian. Tares Amin Par. In English is like stars on earth. How many times you use for this? What do you mean? I didn't understand that question. Aloha. Sorry, I didn't understand that question. If you can reformulate the on a way that I can understand. I'm making sure that I knead my clay a lot here because, as I said, this clay is quite hard. I am neither one. I'm a woman. Oh, thanks, Suzanne. So I'm going to add the other side here. Hi, Jane. And just so I have the right thickness. And as you guys can see, I'm not concerned about having this difference between here and here because that is correct. It just let it this way. Okay, I just want to give the right thickness here to the here, right? And then we're gonna go for that too. Do you want me to go to your country or you want to come to my country? Oi, Rio. Saudade de minha casa, Rio de Janeiro. Minha eterna casa. Here I'm just, you know, making sure that I connect the two clays together and don't let air bubbles in there. Like there's a little hole in there that you don't want it to have air, but I'm not working on this yet. I'm just working on the sides. Okay, so I added the front. I decentralize the neck here, making the center here. I'll cover that later. Oh, sorry, I don't understand those letters. And as you guys could see here, I don't try to go rounded. I try to just blend in the two like bumps, and it's okay to leave like a uneven here because the neck is like that, so it's fine. All right, so let's take a look at that. It's inclinated, maybe it could be more here, more in there. I'm gonna keep this line here and I'm gonna add two other ones here. Okay? Oh, my wood is showing here, so I can't go that deep. It's okay, because I think the neck finishes before anyway. His neck. Thank you. This is just the center. This line doesn't exist. This is just so I know how I'm turning his neck around. So nice. And you see here it's missing a little bit because it cannot just meet up like that. So I'm going to add a little bit more here. Just so this goes all the way down. Okay? I will go over this again when I build it up to explain. Okay. I think I turned the neck too much. I don't know, I'm not sure if I want that much. I want here. All right, I decided. So that's how much I want to turn the neck. There. So let me erase this line here. I will leave that so you guys know what I'm doing, okay? You don't really need that line, But if you're turning the neck like that, it's helpful. All right. So now I have the front, I have the sides. Kind of like this. I think it's still too thin. Let's see. You kind of have a thin neck though. Oops, there. No, I like that. Maybe I'll add more here. I'll leave like that for now. All right, now I'm gonna build up the back. So in here, we don't want the neck to erase the curve of the skull, so there's a little bit of a curve there. But this doesn't really, it's not gonna show because he has hair here. But you want to at least make sure that it's all attached to each other. There's no lines, because the lines, it's easier to crack. Thank you. All right, so we inclinated here, okay? Even if it's twisted, it's still inclinated, right? Here. And there's kind of, you can see here, I'm going to mark a line here around the center here, from here to here. So center of where the chest will be and the neck, all right? There's a line here. And this is the part that is more to the front, you know, like towards the front. There's like an oval shape. There's more volume in the center, and then slowly gets back until it reaches kind of here. And then you have a difference of shape in there, because then it's already this cylinder from the side, the sides coming here like this. So you can see this happen. You can add that after too, you don't need to add right now. And then you have this matching the two sides. You have to kind of like see the symmetry. Don't have one thinner one side and more side, one thinner in one side than the other. And now the back, oh, and remember that here it's kind of like in the center of the, between the jaw and the chin is where you want the neck to be. And here you want, right after the skull curve, you want the back of the neck to be around here, which is not going to show, but it's good to have. You still want to have a curve. And what is wrong here? Let me show you guys. Let me just put this all together so you can see better. So if you look to the neck on the side, remember I said it's inclinated, and here is not. So we have to build up the neck here as well. All right, so I'm going to add clay right here. And then this, the center of here must be in the same center that we used here, because the neck is twisted, so I need more clay. Well, I'm running out of skin color clay. I'll do the twist after. I might have to add more clay to this side because I twisted the neck. The neck is longer. It's like this neck can finish here. It's good to mark already where you want the neck to be done, so you know what you're doing better. Yes, what? Cancel. Oh, if this is polymer, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna add more to the side here. So it's symmetric, the same amount that you have here, you have to have here too, and I don't have because I twisted the neck and then I end up with less this side. Okay. That's good. Now that's better. And we have to build the back here. And in the back is the same thing. In the center here is where there's more volume, same as we did here, because it's the oval shape. So if you cut the neck right here and look to the cut, like here, it's not going to be rounded, it's going to be an oval. Okay, you see now that I added clay, now the neck is getting inclinated here, right? It's still have to be the same thickness. So you added a thickness here, you can't go skinnier here, but you also don't want to add to the front, so you add to the back. Because if you add to the front, you will lose the inclination, and if you add to the back, you're gonna get the neck more inclinated. Oh, that's a lot of clay for this neck. I'm not used to do such big sculptures. And as you can see, I keep this here, the division where the difference of the clays, and then we can even add more shape to this neck. First we add the right inclination stuff. We could have used some tin foil to don't use that much clay, but it's kind of hard to get it the right inclination and the right thickness with tin foil first, and then it can get on your way after. But a bust is very good because it's easy to copy. You can make a mold of your bust, and then you can sell more than one. And that's, you know, because selling unique pieces, then it's a lot of clay that might not be worth the price. I don't know how much you guys pay on your clay. With epoxy clay, I would build up the structure, and then I would add the skin over the neck. You know, you can either build up all the muscle structure with epoxy clay, or you can pretty much just add like a tube, inclinated tube, and then add all the muscles and the shape of the neck with clay. Or you can do all the muscles with epoxy clay and then cover up with a thin layer of skin. It's really depend on how much epoxy clay you have, how much you pay in either one, or how weak is the polymer clay you're using. Thank you, Dalia. Dalia. All right, so I'm just missing some here. I'm just looking at his pictures of him on my computer here and busts of him, and it doesn't really show neck, so there's not really reason to be so concerned about all the shape that you're doing. So if you're having trouble with the shape, don't worry so much, because it's not going to show. But make sure that it's inclinated enough so you give the right movement to yours. And I also want to teach you the right anatomy or, you know, everything. So for the bust, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna build up the neck. So I'm gonna do, I think he does have quite short neck, so I'm gonna finish here, about here. And then here is going to be already some clothes. All right. So for every picture that I'm seeing, he wears his clothes all the way up here. So there's no need. And then it comes kind of around here. And they really cover up. So I don't even need to worry about not having the right color on the clay here. Okay, so because it's not showing too much, I'm going to add just a little bit of a volume here because he's facing this side, so it shows a little bit of the difference of the volume here on the neck. So here has another mark. I'm not gonna go all the way down. This is not gonna be needed. And then don't forget, if you made the older sitting bull, this is just my tool on my table. My table is glass. It's loud. If you made an older sitting bull, then you have to add more skin, maybe coming from here to here, like a little bit. Like usually when we get older, depending on how old, we get like 3 skin drops right here. Like you get that one, and then another one here, and then another one here. And then also if you're older, like your skin like falls more. But anyway, the Adam apple is not gonna show, so we don't have to worry about, because he wears his shirt all the way up there, and I don't really have a lot of skin color clay. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. That's enough for neck, I guess. Neck shape. Oh, obviously I have to remove this mark. But still, you still want to have the length of the neck here, even though his shirt goes up here, you still want to have the mark of where your neck ends, okay? Because that's important for the shoulder and everything. So once you mark this and you mark this line and you have the thickness correct here, let me just go all the way down here. I can't just stop on the shirt. I'll make a mark on the shirt after so I know. Once we add all of that, then you can add, we're gonna add the chest, and then the muscles. Just slightly, because we're gonna have a shirt covering all, so it's not important, but you want to have the right angles for it, so you give the right movement to the clothes. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more here so you guys understand the shapes, even though this is not going to show. Do you guys have any doubt, any question? And in here too is like, it falls like there, from there, on the side. Okay, so now that you have thick here in the center, going inclinated to the back, a little bit twisted, not straight, so he's gonna be looking a little bit to the side. And if you want to twist more this clay back like there, but I don't want more. So thick here, make sure that it's inclinated and that thickness is the same as that one, so you're not making like thinner as you go down, and you do have marks showing here, this too, but it's not going to show because the shirt is right there, so we don't have to worry about it. Okay, and here too, it's not going to show. Anything here is going to show because he has like the braids and everything else. So let's focus on what's going to show. Okay, now I'm going to erase that line that I made that because it doesn't exist, and because he does have some skin from aging on his neck. We can add like one, maybe some more down here that you can see in this picture. That, like I'm making this age here, so you see there's a little bit, not much. Don't even need to add a lot, but we can add some more here, just small ones here. And this is just skin, okay? This is not a muscle. This is just skin, extra skin that age give it to us. It comes from for all of us at some point. So you want to leave it looking like a skin, so you don't want to completely dissolve. You know, you don't want to spread around. You want to let it the volume very, very clear that this is just like a skin, you know, like a soggy skin, wiggly from aging. And I'm not going to try to smooth out everything right now. I'll smooth out with a brush after. You see right there. So that's clear. That is a skin. This is a stainless steel tool. Needle, I guess. Needle tool. I'm gonna put some of these on my Amazon to sell. Like my husband already got some, and he just need to send to Fulfilled by Amazon, and it's gonna be available soon. All right, that's pretty good. I like that. I think maybe I put too much skin up here. I'll reduce a little bit here. He's not that old. Sorry, that was a long question, and YouTube took away your question really fast. I did not have time to read. Just make sure that the center one is going to be matching the center of here, so it's also twisted. All right, and as you get here, you go completely in, so you have enough inclination to your neck. So that's good enough. Now, the shirt is gonna be around here. I'm just gonna make a small mark, so I know. And all the way up here. Covers the neck around here. So yeah, this is how he wears his shirt, all the way up here. He really doesn't show his neck a lot. Okay, so this is the neck. How do you call that part of the shirt that goes on top? I know in Portuguese, I don't know in English. Then here is where it finishes. So this is the collar, yeah, the collar. So he has a collar here that is tall and it's tight to the neck. I don't even know how he feels comfortable like that. I would not feel comfortable having something tighten my neck so much. So I'm just marking like the collar, where it's gonna go here, right? And then we mark the end of the neck. So if the collar comes here, the end of the neck is here. Okay? So as you guys could see, I inclinated the collar like that because we have the trapezius muscle that is inclinated here. And now let's play around. I'm gonna get a softer clay for that, and let's play around with what we're gonna do with the bust. How long class we have? 44 minutes. Okay, I think I got it. excited and made it too long. Okay, now I'm going to add some chest. I call the game chest and the chest chess. I always make confusion with that. Let's play chest. Am I saying the right one? I saying wrong. I never know. But anyway, so as you guys can see, when I put my clay here, I'm doing an inclination, right? So it's higher here, and it goes low, like less volume as it reaches here. Okay, right there. And I think I want to make, like those unfinished busts that is not all perfect and correct in here. It's just like kind of messy and shows the fingers. That would be cool. I've never seen anything out of polymer like that. So this is the trapezius here. As you guys can see, it's inclinated from here to here, and also from here to here. And it's built up in the back here. I didn't put on the back. I'm gonna put him here so I can grab more clay. And we can look at it better. Ooh, I like it. I like it very much. And remember, his neck is twisted, so he's not gonna be looking straight, so the shoulder is more here, there. Right? I agree. Okay, I need to press this clay here a little bit more. It's hard. It's cold in here. My clay gets hard very fast. I like that. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And I have no idea what I'm gonna do in here. I don't know how long I want this to be. I don't know what type of shirt he's going to be wearing. I did not do that research yet, but I will for next class. I mean, I did, but I couldn't pick because there's so many. And I am very, very hard. It takes forever for me to make a decision on my sculpture. I never really know what I want. It feels so dark in here. I don't know why. I have the light right there. Let me put more here. My water bottle. Oh, that's better. Thank you. Oh my gosh. You are. Did you guys read he's delaying, or she or he is delaying his, I don't know if it is a class or whatever it is. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing here. And get more. Okay, so again, we're going to put inclinated, so lower here, higher as we get there. And when we reach the back there, it's also inclinated here. Oh, but how much inclinated is this? I don't know. It depends on the person. Some people have that really down. Some people have more straight. It really depends on who you're making. So observe the person you're making, and then make a decision. So I don't know if we should add shoulders. Maybe shoulder. I like shoulders. I think shoulders are beautiful. It gives the body shape a much nicer shape than just the trapezius here. Oh, and this is not his shirt yet, okay? I'm just building up around his neck here. This is the trapezius. So let's fill up something here a little bit. Maybe not so much. A little bit lower here, because it's not that much. I kind of like having all the little messy here. I'm gonna add some here. Okay, right there. Because the trapezius is not just, it goes all the way here, and then it gets here, and then it keeps on going down the back. But we're not gonna do the whole thing. I have two different clay hardeners here, so this one is much harder than that one. Okay, let me show the front again. See, I also want to, I will like do symmetric the two, what I'm showing both sides here. So this is just the trapezium here, and I have more one side than the other. So I have to fill up this one a little bit more just to match the symmetry. We might not need epoxy. Oh, the epoxy also, it's if you want to do the shirts with epoxy, it might be good too. We never need, it's just optional. Muito obrigada. Okay, I'm just matching up the two sides here. And I have to add some here too. Oh my God, 51 minutes already. That went fast. Okay, I'm just gonna explain because we only have a few minutes left. And then you guys can prepare yours the way you want, because busts are very, very personal. I mean, you don't really need to make exactly what I'm doing here. You can make yours coming all the way down, you know, with shoulders, with everything, or you can do all messy like that, or you can make all symmetric and well finished. I don't know if I'm gonna stop here or not, or if I'm gonna build some more here, maybe. But I want not exactly symmetric, but not so asymmetric. Okay, so if he's looking to the side, make sure that the shoulders will also be, I mean, his chest is here from here, right? Because that's where the neck is, and he's facing that direction. So we can also twist more if you want. These lines always just help us to don't forget what we're doing and don't mess it up. Okay. All right. It's also important that as we finish the neck here, there's some volume to the chest. But it's lower here. And this is not this is not the shirt yet. So as we put the shirt, this is not going to show. Well, I have to decide what I'm going to do for the shape of his bust, but I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the flow. I might put some shoulders. Let me see. So that's what we have to do. We have to experiment now and see what you want. If you want shoulders, then you finish to build some structure here. You can add shoulders. And also I would say go on Google like busts, and then you will see a lot of different ways to do the finishing to your bust. And then you choose your favorite and go for it. So some will have shoulders, some will not. I will add some shoulder because I don't like the shape of just finishing the trapezius here. So let's see. Let's see if it's gonna get better or not. So just go a little bit up here. I'm not sure. I think I like better with the just the trapezius finishing there. Maybe I do it small. Yeah, no, I like it. I like it. Here would have the collarbone going here, right to the back here, but it's not gonna show, so we don't really need to do it. If you want to do it just so you to guide yourself, then make a mark in there just so you know that this would be his collarbone right there, and then shoulder here. It kind of helps me. I don't know if it helps you. You know, the collarbone is the opposite, right? It's out, but I'm just making a mark. Yeah, I like the shoulder. I'll make one on the other side too. I think my wood is not straight though. And I like that he's not looking to the front. So I always like to give a little bit of a movement. I don't know if you guys want me to finish the whole thing here, because I like that you do different of what I'm doing and don't feel that committed to do exactly what I'm doing, because for bust is so, you know, there's so many different options, and I want you guys to explore different things. And you already saw what I did, and maybe, you know, then there's a new learning if you do something different. But, well, I mean, you don't have to. If you like what I'm doing, you can just do what I'm doing too. But I don't want you to think that you have to do what I'm doing because you're taking my class. No. If you think that you will prefer a different one, go for it. All right, this is really just a structure, right? Because we're gonna have his shirt here. I want to make sure that I have enough space for his braids to come here. So I don't know, maybe I build something more here, because I don't know if just the braid coming on nothing, if it will be strong to stay there. Okay. So maybe I'll go a little bit lower, because this is still shoulder. He doesn't have a chest yet. It has a beginning here, but not really the full thing. And for the back, I will for sure stop around here. And then in here, I will obviously, you know, maybe just, I will do something. I can't leave like that. But I think I'm going to leave it, you know, this unfinished, like it's a bronze sculpture with unfinished, not all smooth and all symmetric. I think I'm just going to add some softer clay after this is baked, and then just add some softer clay and leave my finger marks on it. I like this type of things, and I've never done, so that's a good opportunity. I'm just giving more of a correct shape in here, even though there's a shirt coming soon. I like that. So I might come a little bit longer here, and we also have to cover the whole pole here. We cannot do this, and maybe we don't need to go that long. We can cut it shorter. But I like this tall. I like that. If you look, it makes the sculpture nicer, I think. Doesn't it? And you can even like add more twists to the shoulder if you want to make him look more to the side. You can keep on twisting here too. I don't know. You can play around. And do I need to do the side now? What I'm going to do with this chest here, or is it okay if I keep on doing it and show you guys what I decided? Because you guys don't have the commitment to do the same thing as me. It's just like, I don't know, like for the braids, I don't want the braids to finish in half. That's what is on my head. I kind of want to have the end of it So I don't know how long his braids is. I have to search. Okay, I asked and I didn't read the answers. If you guys answer, please. Oh, nobody answered. Yeah, we can't cast browns. I don't know how to cast browns, but we can cast resin for sure. I like it. I like it very much. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna get it all messy here. I've always wanted to make a bust all messy and I never did. So I like unfinished stuff. I think I didn't give him enough trapezes here. I have to fix that. It's hard with not having the full body. And also when you press down, the shoulder goes down. Maybe it's easier if we bake this and then we can keep on building on top of a, you know, baked surface. Here is too large. I have to reduce here. I like that, guys. I really do. I mean, like, let's make another bust after this one. How about it? I like that. We can make a lot of world leaders from different races. Like this one is a native one, and then we can make a black leader. I don't know. People that fought for equality and justice. That'll be good. A good series. I always like to do series. When I make one, I always want to make something that matches. I don't know why I'm like that. Okay, I didn't like that here. I'm gonna mark the chest. I have to measure where it is. Right? That's a good idea. Okay, I'm going to keep on going a little bit down here just so I have enough material for the braid, you know, length for his braid. So his braid's gonna fall here, and I don't know, probably have to build something here too. Let me get out of here, it's hurting my arm. And go down here. That's better. Okay, guys, any request before we finish this class, because our time is almost done. We have, oh, we're actually past time. Been here more than an hour already. Because YouTube might drop the live, or sometimes it doesn't save the video. I've already had problems when I make a too much longer than an hour live. I don't want to take this risk. So any questions or any request before? I will talk to my patron students on my chat. If you guys are not my patron students and you want to join, I have all my previous classes in there. There's a lot of different classes, and it's only $10 per month. And you can join, and then you can also join our group chat as a student. And we talk a lot in there. We help each other. I learn from the students as well. Pam has great techniques. I just actually learned one today for how to wrap the wire differently. So it's really good. It's a really good chat. We're friends and we help each other, not just with clay. Oh my gosh, I like that. Look at that. He looks so tough, doesn't he? It's just like what he was, right? So tough and strong and full of attitude. Wow. Okay, I will figure out, just have to do some symmetry here and figure out what I'm gonna do down here. What I could do is I could bake this and then next class keep on doing with the shape, and then you guys can see. Or I can just post a picture on the community or on my Patreon to what I decided for the rest of the bust. And then next class we can start adding clothes. It depends on what you guys prefer. If you guys prefer to see the whole end of the bust, then I can do it. What I'm probably going to do is like I'm going to bake that and then, you know, build some whatever here. As I said, I want to have like finger marks and not to be completely finished. You want to see everything? The whole process? Okay, so I'm going to stop here and bake, and then next class I will keep on building the bust. And then we won't be able to add clothes because I need to bake before adding clothes. So next class is just going to be finishing up the shape of the bust here and deciding what shape we're gonna give to it. All right? I can try to add some clothes maybe. If I have the front baked, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I will make this decision, and next class we'll finish it up then, the shape. Okay? So see you guys next class. I won't touch it. I'll leave it as it is. No, I have to bake it. I'm gonna bake that, okay? Next class it will be baked. I'm just gonna fix the symmetry and bake it when I have the symmetry, but I won't go any further. I'll stop right here. All right, so see you guys next Tuesday, same time, to keep on going with our guy. Okay, cool. So I won't touch it. I won't do anything out of class. I'm gonna go back to work on my kids. All right, guys, have a good week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye-bye.